start with the prayer. Okay. Om. 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 Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. नारायण समारंभा शंकराचार्य मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां सदाशिव समारंभा शंकराचार्य मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. So we are only 3 of us today. So first question may be from Preeta ji. Hari Om, Preeta ji. You can.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
You can question
Okay.
any.
Okay. Okay. I'll start. Guruji has told the creation happens by the power of consciousness. So, Preeta, me is the creation of consciousness. But this Preeta is changing every time. Every second, Preeta is changing. So my question is this creation continue? Is this Preeta creation continue till the death of Preeta, or every time the creation happens? Every time Preeta creating, or is this creation continue till the death of Preeta?
Okay. To my understanding, let me repeat the question. As you said, the consciousness is the creator of the universe. Okay. So as you're saying that if the consciousness has created Preeta ji, will this, because we are ever changing, every minute we are changing, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
will we change until the death of this body, right? Or can you I don't know.
or every time this Preeta, my body, this Preeta is every time creation happens, or it continued till the death of Preeta. Every time, is it every time the creation happens? Every second.
Because also in one of the videos, if you have seen, because as Guruji said, the Ajatavadam, the Guru of Shankaracharya, he said there is no creation at all, right? But when coming
no consciousness.
Yes.
No, in Maya point of, in creation point of view, no
no creation. No, there is only one thing, which is consciousness. But only Shankaracharya has said that there is Maya. So there are two things which Guruji has put in forward in this video. But Mamta ji, I think you have to answer this question. Maybe I'll come up. Mamta ji, you're on mute.
A nice question from Preeta ji. It's a provoking one. She's asking whether Preeta ji is changing every now and then, or the same Preeta ji will continue till the death.
Yeah.
Now, there are two aspects over here, which I understand as such. Who is Preeta ji? So, Preeta ji is consciousness. Then there's no change at all. It's always there.
Okay.
But if Preeta ji is linked with this body, mind, and intellect, and is trapped in this body called Preeta ji, then in this Maya, this thing, and she is experiencing all the things in this world. But if you see a creation as such, it changes every minute, every second, every cells of Preeta ji is going on changing. So that will keep on changing. So Preeta ji herself is not there actually, in that sense. As Guruji always says, Preeta ji version 1.0, 1.1, like that, it's always there, every second it's keep on changing. So Preeta ji is actually not that the original, you cannot say that Preeta ji is there at all. But Preeta ji is telling that Preeta ji is there in a continuous thing till the death.
Okay.
So if Preeta ji is the memory of Preeta ji, then yes, it will be continuing till that. She was a small baby and she's continuing and she's coming over here. Now she has got 2 children and now one of them she's marrying off and then she'll have to look out for the second one. So on and so forth, it will be going on.
Okay.
But
in the only conscious point of view, no Preeta at all. And only the body attachment.
Yeah, conscious point of view, there's no creation at all.
Yeah.
But from the point of the power of consciousness, which is called as Maya, which is projecting all these things, there is someone called as Preeta who is talking here and doing all these things. Preeta is there. But if the same Preeta is involved in this with the so-called body, mind, and intellect, then she's not an observer or sakshi. Then she's so much involved with this thing, then she has all those memories and then yes, the memory in this Preeta is there till the end of this body. But if Preeta is an observer, then yes, that's a creation and she's just observing everything and the Preeta is not there at all. Every time she's going on changing. Okay. That's my thing. There are Satyavati ji and Gayatri ji also, because we are only 3 of them. They're also experts and all, and they can also give their opinion about this one also. Satyavati ji and Gayatri ji, can you also put some light in this one?
Hari Om, Guruma, you have said covered all points, nothing to add there. 2 aspects. Yeah, one as Preeta identified with the body, it's changing continuously. But as consciousness, yeah, she becomes a Sakshi or an observer. And that name is given only for this particular. Actually, Guruji also says that the name is actually not given to the body, because even when when the body drops, they don't say that they don't say the name of the person that such and such a person is gone. The body is gone, like that they say. So the name is actually given to the soul only, they say, the Jivatma, which is identified actually with that particular PMI. So that's it, Guruma. The points are well covered. Thank you.
Gayatri, would you like to add anything to this one?
Nothing of that. That's it.
Thank you, Guruma and Lalita ji.
That was a good question, Preeta ji.
That's actually a very good question, Preeta ji, and thank you for the wonderful answer, Mamta ji. Actually, that was an eye-opener. Yes, as also Satyavati ji added, the name is given to the Jivatma but not to the body, because yes, after the subtle body leaves the body, they say it is a body. The name is being given to the body. So yes, that is one of the things to be noted. Yes, Mamtaji, do you have a question for any of us?
Yeah, in this talk, Guruji talks about enlightenment and liberation also. So what is the difference between enlightenment and liberation? Are they the same thing? And he says enlightenment is dropping of avidya and destruction of causal bodies, liberation. So what is the difference actually with these two? Why is he using two terms? Dropping of avidya also means that destruction of causal body, isn't it? Or does it mean in something else? What is why is he using two terms over there?
Maybe if I have to answer, maybe I need a minute to think about it. Yes, because yes, two terms have been used, enlightenment and liberation, but I never gave the thought why those two terms have been used. Until then, if Pritaji can go ahead, she can, or else I need a minute to just think over and put it forward. Yes, Pritaji.
Pritaji.
Actually, I also had same confusion. As finally, Guruji told destruction of causal body is enlightenment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Destruction, I think destruction of causal body, that is once or all. That will not come back. That is the end. Only consciousness. That's the that is enlightenment. And another thing, another one,
Liberation. No, liberation is what he said as destruction of causal body.
Oh.
And enlightenment is said dropping of avidya. So Aaron, I'm just asking, is it not the same thing? Why are we having these things? Is there any difference over there between enlightenment and liberation?
Enlightenment and liberation.
Yeah.
I think no difference. I think no difference at all. Both are same. But why two words? I don't know clearly, Maldaji.
No, Mamtaji. There are two terms, liberation and enlightenment. But one, I think it is because of Jivan Mukta and Videha Mukta. If it is like, no, sorry, Mamtaji. I don't want to create any confusion at this moment because.
It also asks Satyavati and Gayatri ji.
Yes.
Mamtaji, enlightenment, as Guruji has always said, it is like, a removal of avidya.
Okay.
So there actually, I get the Atma Gnana and dropping of identification with the BMI happens. I totally remain as, I have completely convinced and convicted that I am the pure self. But the liberation is because, see, the prarabdha is there, still vasanas are there, impressions are there. The vasana kshaya would not have happened completely. When all that happens, then that is the liberation. But for some people, they may happen together. For some people, they may happen one after the other. This is what is my understanding. I think Gayatri also can give some inputs here.
Gayatri ji.
Mamtaji, I agree with Satyavati.
So it is like, so once an individual understands that the BMI is separate from the consciousness, and the individual is just a witness, the sakshi of the BMI, and so it is enlightenment? No. It is like just witnessing what is happening at the BMI level and just stay not no, again, if it is dropping the ego is also enlightenment. If dropping the ego is enlightenment, then how will, no, it is still confusing. I'm so sorry, but I do not know. It is still confusing.
Maybe what Satyavati ji and Gayatri ji said are right. But if I remember asking him long back this question about difference, because always this question comes, sometimes this word enlightenment is used and sometimes the word liberation is used. So I always had this question and I had asked him, but yes, Guruji always says each time a different answer comes to him. Maybe the way I asked, something different might be cropping up in him. He said, enlightenment is dropping of the avidya, and this liberation, actually there's nothing called liberation, because liberation is your natural state. So there's nothing called liberation as such. It's only enlightenment. Enlightenment is when you come to know very, very crystal clearly that you're not the body, mind, and intellect. And it's very crystal clear. There's no doubt at all, no iota of doubt at all over there. Then that is called as enlightenment. But there's nothing called as liberation as such, because you're already liberated. But when this enlightenment happens properly, you understand that there's nothing called liberation, and there's no one to get liberated also. That's what I understand. But yes, we'll ask him sometime, but he's sleeping now. But we'll have this question.
Correct, correct, Mamtaji. Because
Yes.
Guruji even always says, you are already
Lalitaji,
liberated.
Guruji gave a
enlightened.
talk on enlightenment and liberation. A clear talk. I can share the transcript. So enlightenment is, so there are stages actually. It's first is called spiritual awakening, and from there the process of enlightenment is not one day one thing. It is a process. So a process starts called enlightenment. The journey starts where shravana-manana-nidhidhyasana happens. It's like a spiral. It keeps happening, which leads to a very thorough, very clear, very deep intellectual understanding. Enlightenment is an intellectual understanding. That's what it exactly means. So once in the intellect, I am clear. But then what happens is my subconscious mind and unconscious mind are filled up with the old habit patterns and the deep-rooted programs which keep on coming and interrupting to translate my intellectual understanding as a living. These vasanas keep coming. There are two types of vasanas, bandha vasanas and bhoga vasanas. Bhoga vasanas are not a problem for your enlightenment. Bandha vasanas are the problem. Even though clear intellectual understanding happens, these bandha vasanas are hard to go. So that's why this continues, shravana-manana-nidhidhyasana, and this chitta shuddhi practices which Guruji is doing, the Shakti Darshana practices, all these are for the liberation. Liberation is the last blocking vasana is also gone, and then your all the three centers, which is the pradna, prema, prana, all the three centers finally sync with the super conscious mind or the cosmos, whatever it's called. Entire thing is synced, and there is no more remnants of any vasanas. So liberation is purely about the chitta shuddhi and removal of vasanas. Liberation from the vasanas, it's called. Enlightenment is the process of intellectual understanding, where it starts from a spiritual awakening. spiritual awakening can be a different thing for different people, different definitions. So Guruji gave another talk called Awakening, Enlightenment and Liberation. Recently, I'll share with you later. It's an excellent talk. So that is how, that is the difference between enlightenment and liberation. As if we have a clear intellect, most of us can be enlightened. Enlightenment is not a big deal. Once you understand, once you are once you have the conviction, once you believe it, once you have Shraddha in Vedas and Upanishads, it's done, over for you. Once you have faith in Guru's words also. But the vasanas keep bothering. So you have two things. Either completely stop identification with vasanas. Like there are many people who don't bother, like Nisargadatta Maharaj, Guruji said he smokes. It doesn't matter. It's a program of the body and like that. Or if the vasanas are bothering you, if the vasanas are not letting you translate your intellectual understanding into your daily living, then you have to work on it. So that is the difference between enlightenment and liberation. I may not be completely correct, but I'll surely share that talk with you. That was a very clear, until that talk was given by Guruji, I was always, like half knowledge about this. And in the internet world, they use this interchangeably, so which is very wrong actually. This is my understanding.
Gayatri ji, what is that Bhogavasana and Bandhavasana? What is Bhogavasana?
See, Bhogavasana example is I like coffee, so I can't live without coffee. I get withdrawal symptoms, etc., etc. But Bandhavasana is a deep-rooted, impression that I am this body, mind, intellect. I am woman. I have to do puja every day. I am scared of this. These block our, our intellectual understanding.
Okay.
So
the Bhogavasana.
How can I be Brahman? Oh no, how can I be, I'm still a seeker, always trying to understand from a seeker point of view. We don't change our viewpoint. We don't stand from the viewpoint of Brahman and try to understand everything. So these are a lot of bandhavasanas that block our intellectual understanding.
So
Okay.
Gayatri ji is enlightenment and this liberation. It will differ from person to person. It may be it could be same. Some people. Is it?
Yeah, perfectly said, Preeta ji. Some people who have done a lot of if we take the example of Guruji only, he has done his homework before meeting an enlightened master, where the intellectual understanding happened, and it immediately translated into his living, because most of the bandhavasanas have already gone for him. A deep chitta shuddhi happened because of his yoga, or whatever other things that is service, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, everything. So then what happens is his enlightenment and liberation both happened at the same time.
Okay. Maybe even after the session, I may have to sit calm for some time and think about it. But yes, that was a very clear explanation, Gayatri ji. Thank you so much. But it has to sink. Because I have to.
I will share that talk. It's excellent talk. So maybe later, whenever you're free, please listen. It's a very clear distinction he brought out between spiritual awakening, which is all. In the world, it's they always say spiritual awakening. They call it as enlightenment. Also, it's all corrupted phrases and terms that are being used. So it's very important for us to know the distinction between these three terms.
Okay. So, Gayatri ji, I have a doubt. Like, as you said, when you said Bhogavasana and Bandhavasana is nothing but the deep-rooted impressions that we have, that we are not the Brahman, there is something else we have to do to realize Brahman or self-realization, all these things. Like when I have this kind of talks with the same kind of people around, that they say that, see, once we know that we are the Sakshi, we are the witness, and all that, which is because now that after getting interacted with Guruji, he says that when you know that you're not the mind, you are not the body, and you are not the intellect, what is that? You have to have that control over it. See, when it is you, then you can do anything about it. So so now that we know that we are not the BMI, then there is nothing like conquering something. We cannot have that conquer over the mind or conquer over the intellect, or you have to do something to make it more purer day by day. Rather, just witness what's coming up, and when you witness, it just comes and it keeps going, and gradually after some time, even that won't pop up, is what it is up to what I have understood. But when the same like-minded, I have other friends who listen to their Guruji talks and whatever it is, they say that there are like Mandadikari, Madhyamadikari, and Uttamadikari. Only the Uttamadikari has the right to witness what's happening at the BMI level, but being the, you know, whatever, because you being the beginner, you cannot just witness what's happening. You have to get control over your Manasu and Buddhi first, only then you can witness. How can you just witness? Hope I'm clear in what I'm saying. So
Yeah, it's clear. So
I just want to know, is there anything like that, or it is like as is it my clear understanding that even at this point of time, if you're just observing, you're just a witness of your BMI, and gradually all these things will also vanish because of the imprints. I feel because of the imprints, the Manasu, the mind keeps getting all these kinds of things when you're doing Nidhidhyasana. But when you're witnessing it, gradually I feel after a couple of sittings or couple of sadhanas, even these imprints will be vanished, is what, to my understanding. Is it clear, or have I taken?
no, it's clear, but I will leave it to others to answer. Satyavati ji, Mamta ji, or Preeta ji.
Guruji also talks about dry wood, wet wood, and semi-wood, something like that. So it depends on how you are. So if you are a dry wood, like Guruji was completely dry wood, he just needed one spark of fire over there, and it gets lit off. But if the same thing spark is given to a wet wood, no matter how much you put it, it will not catch. So that is what they are meaning by Uttamadikari or something like that. And so even to listen to Guruji's teaching and understand that one, you must be an evolved soul to come to understand this level and understand what he's telling. Otherwise, even if Guruji tells in simple words, he's telling in very simple language, even that simple language will be very difficult for a person if he is not that very evolved. So that's what means by this thing. And if you are able to observe as a witness over here and see whatever is happening in your life, then you must be an evolved soul over there, that you're able to understand what Guruji is telling and apply it in your life. If you're not that, you won't be here at all. You will go off of this AVS itself. So only the cream people who are really able to catch that will be here with Guruji. Others will be there for some time. They'll get bored or something will distract and they'll go off.
Okay, got Mamta ji. Yeah, very clear actually. Yes, I understood. Because yes, one have to understand what is that witness is all about. When they do not know what is that witness is, what is a sakshi is, what is that witness, what is that we are witnessing at the BMI level, then definitely they do not know. Then they have to put in effort to do other things like karma yoga or what are other things which Guruji has already said. Yes, yes, very clear, Mamta ji. Anybody else to add up on this?
Ritaji, would you like to add something to this one?
Yeah, as Mamataji told, the follow the Guruji what he is teaching, and this is just now the previous question, enlightenment and liberation. So we all are in the process is enlightenment. So we all are in enlightenment process. So so that like that just now Gayatri also mentioned, no, this Gayatri ji mentioned, no, this Bandhavasana and Bhogavasana, Bandhavasana. So till this vasanas is there, we are not liberated. We are not liberated. We are in the process. So we should understand. We should understand the thing. We should understand the thing, and finally all get this vasanas get all over, and then we can liberate it. That's all.
Thank you, Raji. Yes, thank you so much. Is there anything to add up, Satyavati ji and Gayatri ji?
Yeah, Mamtaji was very clear at the end for your question, Lalitaji. And as Gayatri ji also brought up the topic of Bandhavasana and Bhogavasana, the main difference between enlightenment and liberation is what Guruji says. In enlightenment, the Bandhavasana is completely gone, but the Bhogavasana may continue. But in liberation, I think both will go up. That's what even I recollected having listened to that. And coming to this witnessing part, when you were asking the question, yeah, I will be the best judge to myself. Am I able to do this witnessing all the while, or is it coming and going? How much of gnana do I have to do this witness? And is there any other disturbing thoughts for me while I am witnessing? So that will also tell me where do I stand. That's why Guruji always tells us to understand where do I stand in this path of seeking or Atmagnana. Because no other person can vouch for that. I myself will know it better. That's it.
Yes, yes, Satyavati. As you said, we ourselves know it better because since morning we get up from the bed. From then we keep telling ourselves, I am the pure consciousness. I am just witnessing. The body has got up from the bed. This body is taking shower. This body is cooking. This is doing. So I keep telling, but at times we fall back. That witness is gone for a couple of minutes. Then again, I understand, no, I am witness, I'm witness. So this has been continuing for a couple of days now. But as you said, few times, I do not know when I have to put in my intellect, when I have to use it, then that witness thing is being, that disappears for a couple of minutes. And then again, I keep telling, even now when I'm talking, I said, yeah, I'm the conscious of what the BMI is doing here in the meeting. So this is what is being continuing. And I feel if this is the right thing, then if this is the right thing one has to be doing in the AVSC session, gradually maybe everything will sink, because once that Bandhavasana will go, maybe that we will understand what this liberation is all about. Is it so, Satyavati ji?
Yes, Lalita ji. And the mind is very cunning and it can easily deceive us. So we have to have a proper watch on it.
Yes,
Mind only, no? Through the mind only, all this happens, no? The knowledge is also given to the mind only. Finally, the transcendence happens. Until that time, the mind, because sometimes, oh, I am enlightened. Oh, I am all the while witnessing. So this is the trick of the mind. So we have to be very cautious on it.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. So, and here comes my turn to question. I'm very poor at framing questions, but I will just see. What is this? The three bodies the Guruji was talking about. So one is the gross body, one is the subtle body, and one is the causal body. So he says for a Gnani, this causal body, he has termed a different phrase for it. And for a Agnani, this causal body is different. So what is this causal body for a Gnani and what is this causal body for a Agnani means? Any of us, any of you can.
My understanding. For a Jnani, no causal body at all. For a Jnani, no causal body at all. That means subtle body also not there. But for Ajnani, all the bodies, gross body and subtle body and causal body is there. Jnani, no causal body and subtle body. Only for this prarabdha karma or for prarabdha karma, gross body is there. Okay, that's
Yes. I think Shruti ji has a question for us. Once we finish with this question, we will take up your question, Shruti ji. And Mamta ji, is there anything to add to this?
Yeah, like Preeta just said, for only an Ajnani, all these three bodies are there. This causal and subtle and gross body is there. For a Jnani, these are not there, but if a vehicle is there for a Jnani, then it's just because of the prarabdha of that body only. Otherwise, they don't have any of these things.
Thank you, Mamta ji. Anything to add up? Satyavati ji and Gayatri ji?
Yeah, when Mamta ji said for Gnani, they are not there. But for the Gnani, they are not there. But for the people who look at the Gnani, they are there. So from the Gnani's point of view, they are not there because he no more identifies with that. So that is also one aspect there. When people look at him and then they see him through the body only. So they wonder like, how come you say that there is no body? Because he doesn't identify with it. The identification is completely dropped.
Yes, Gayatri ji, anything to add up here?
No, that's all.
Okay. So as we said, the causal body is a body of ignorance for the Agnani, and the causal body is the body of bliss, the ultimate reality for a Gnani. Is it so? This is what we have to consider about the causal bodies. So once there is enlightenment, like for the Gnani, once everything is bliss, so there is nothing as a body to him. So it is everything as pure consciousness, which is there. Yes. Okay. Any questions from any of you? Oh, we have a question here by Shruti ji. My question is whether spiritual awakening, enlightenment, liberation, experiential or theoretical only, and how do we know? Mamta ji, it would be nice if you can answer this.
All this terms spiritual awakening, enlightenment, liberation, it's all from the point of view of Ajnani, as long as we're involved with this body-mind complex. But if you have understood clearly, if your purity and clarity is there in total with you, then you're already out of all these things. So all this experience and all can be told only when you're in body, mind, and intellect, this BMI, this thing. Has a BMI, you cannot experience it. And has a consciousness, you cannot talk about it. How do we know? No one can tell, only you can tell that whether you reached or not. No one can. But the only symptoms or way of understanding whether you're reached it or not, only one, they themselves can know. The only thing is you'll be in total peace. Please, peace and bliss is the indication of that. No matter where you are and whichever condition you are there, you will always be enjoying that peace and bliss with you. No, nothing will affect you. That is the indication that you come out of all this identification and all. And who can tell? Only you can tell. No one else can tell. That's what I understand it as.
Yes, very clear, Mamta ji. Anything to add, Satyavati ji and Gayatri ji, to this? And Shruti ji, is it clear? Gayatri ji, anything to add up here?
Is Shruti ji there is the question, first of all. But she's not. So to whom are we, trying to explain? Okay, it's not yet clear for her.
Yeah.
So Shruti ji, we have a very famous example in Vedanta, the snake and the rope. So pretty famous. So this guy is going in the night time, and suddenly he sees something on his way which appears as a snake. He gets panicked, he gets scared, and his heartbeat increases. He's sweating, and he doesn't know if he moves, maybe the snake will bite him. So he is in full tension. And then fortunately, there is a passerby who was, and then looks at this man and asks, what's happening? Why are you so panicked? Lost your way or something like that. Then he shows that guy that, see, this is a snake. And the passerby says, yeah, it looks like a snake. Okay, let me remove my torchlight and, look at that. So when he turns on his torchlight, he sees that it's not a snake, it's a rope. So then, before he turns on the torchlight, the guy says, yeah, the dimensions look like it's a snake, but it might not be a snake for all you know. And it's not moving, so it might not be a snake. He tries to explain a lot of things. But this guy kind of, was getting convinced, but not fully convinced. And when the torchlight is switched on, he sees, and suddenly this man is relieved, the sweating is gone, panic is gone, heartbeat is normal, etc., etc. A lot of things happen. So from this example, you have to tell us, Shruti ji, is this a theory or experience or both? Is the question I would ask. So basically what's happening in enlightenment is intellectual understanding is given first. That's a theory part, because, somebody has to first tell you what's wrong with me. Somebody has to first tell me what's wrong with me. So that's the theory part. And later when I start getting convinced, and when I start using the Vedantic prakriyas, like the torchlight used there, Guru gives us some prakriyas. Prakriyas are like, kind of proofs which we can find from our daily life. So when you use those proofs and take the theory, apply them, like in your daily life, you investigate, then you will, start understanding that, oh my God, what I was thinking about me all these days is not true. So then your experience, internal experience changes, your attitude towards life, your attitude, everything changes. So there is an experience, there is a theory, both are there. Yeah, finally at the end of liberation, you are beyond both. You are beyond the experience, you are beyond the theory also.
Very clear, Gayatri ji. Yes. I believe, I hope it's clear for Shruti ji also.
I want Satyavati ji to add anything that I have missed.
Yes, Satyavati ji, if you can add. Shruti ji says, I'm experiencing certain things. Yes, thanks a lot. Yes, Satyavati ji, is there anything to add up here? Okay. So, Mamta ji, do you have a question?
If you're experiencing anything, that's a great thing, wonderful, enjoy, be a witness, because, more very excellent experiences might be awaiting on the way. So, but be a witness, that's the whole teaching of Vedanta. So, because you are the one in which all these experiences are happening, but that's a great thing that you are experiencing. No, I mean, I'm assuming that you are having some very good spiritual experiences. Based on that, I said that. Yeah.
So I was telling Lalita ji, Guruji always corrects us whenever we are in a satsang. We are sitting in front of him, and I get a question or a doubt, and I ask, like, I read this question, what is put here? How do we know? So this we, who is this we? From there it starts. Who am I? So I have to first start uh, understanding this aspect. From there, the churning begins. Because, like, yeah, of course, in a session like this, we tend to use the term we discuss on behalf of all, we do speak, but we have this, on behalf of so many other people, we talk. So that is one small correction what Guruji always makes, because that is really, I can say, a very big milestone from where it begins. Every time when someone, even now, when someone asks, when someone, I think he might have done that to you also, Lalitaji. So it's like an alert or a caution, yeah, then who am I? That inquiry comes. And yeah, Gayatri ji has covered that experience, and experience may happen, may not happen. Not that I have to get an experience to understand this. More important is the intellectual understanding and straight, like I think Gayatri ji also mentioned, dry wood and wet wood. So Mamta ji mentioned it. So straight enlightenment liberation might happen. I really don't know what my prarabdha is or vasanas are or impressions are. I also remembered about this Bandha Vasana and Bhoga Vasana thing when Gayatri ji mentioned that in enlightenment, actually, Avarana is completely removed, but the Vikshepa will continue. That is also one point. I just remembered it.
Yes, the very word experience itself tells that there is a duality over there. You can experience something when me or I and the other is there. So as long as there are duality, then you are still stuck in this Maya, power of Maya. So the whole thing is to come out of this thing.
So only after witnessing, because witnessing is duality again. Because when we are witnessing something, that we are witnessing the BMI is what you're saying, Amtaji?
Witnessing is something, a higher one.
Witnessing a higher thing. Okay.
In a normal thing, you won't be witnessing. You will be there in all the things.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
And even
got
if
it.
you're watching something also, sometimes you get involved in that emotions and other things.
Mm.
Here witnessing is you're away out of this, all this body, this thing and all, and you're just observing everything what is happening. That is a higher level, is what Guruji always says. But here experience is something different. To experience something, you need to have this body-mind complex.
Yes, yes. Yes, very clear, Mamtaji. Actually, this is very clear. Experiencing and witnessing. Yes. To experience, we need a BMI, because if we are experiencing, if it is witnessing, then it is completely different. Yes, got it. Is there any question for me, Mamtaji, from you?
1 second, Lalita ji. So Shruti ji, if there is anything that is making you restless or troubling or bothering you, so anytime after the session or whenever you are free, I think we suggest that you directly speak to Prabhuji about it, because we exactly cannot address that particular, what you are going through here. So this is my humble opinion about your experiences, if they are troubling you.
Here we are not addressing anyone's experience or anything. It's just an understanding that we are trying to understand whatever Guruji has given in this talk. But yes, if you need some guidance or anything like Gayatri ji said, you can always contact Guruji and get it clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mamtaji, Lalitaji, this witnessing and experiencing.
Yeah.
So my experience I'm telling. Say when Padmalochan's case that happened, no.
Yeah.
That day, Guruji, Mamdaji, my children, everybody came and consoled me nicely, and then I understand the thing. I understood, and I didn't cry. I didn't drop even a single drop of water from my eyes. I think I was just witnessing that, witnessing everything. I was I feel now. I think that is witnessing only. That time, witnessing happened. Witnessing. I was witnessing the whole thing. But I am not experiencing. I didn't cry. I didn't feel about like that. Is it correct, Mamdaji?
Yes, absolutely correct. You gave your live example over there. That gives more clarity.
Now I am wondering how can that I feel now that time I was witnessing only happened that time.
Yeah. Preeta ji lost her husband a couple of months back, and when she and her husband, a whole family actually are old students of Guruji. They have been there with him for more than 15-20 years, I think. And they were the first people who took up this karma yoga of spreading this Bhagavad Gita to people in Kerala as well as in their place. And when she lost her husband, actually, first she was actually crying and she didn't know. She was experiencing the death of her husband and all. But when Guruji came there and stood there and slowly brought her out, after that she became so very peaceful that even in the cremation ground, she came happily and she was watching her husband being put in that fire and everything. Her children were also there. The whole family was so very peacefully watching everything. Yes, she is telling a practical example of experiencing and being a witness to that. Yes, but now and then maybe the vasanas of her husband may come up. But then she comes back with the Guruji's teachings and all. She comes back. It comes over there for a moment or so, and she feels that. But again, she comes back. So that is what this vasanas comes into. And very good, Preetaji, you brought this up, and that's a very good example of giving a live thing and giving a difference of what is witnessing and experiencing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Preetaji. That was really nice.
Yes, Preetaji, yeah, thank you. And that difference between witnessing and experiencing is very well brought up through that practical live example. And one more point here is, Mamtaji, in experience, there will be emotions like, crying or whatever. But in witnessing, nothing. Just a witness.
Yeah.
So no emotional turmoil up and down. And even in witness, I guess if there is any tears, that tears may be tears of gratitude. It will not be a tear of crying.
Yeah.
So the tears of gratitude is different.
I was sitting when we brought body. I sat near him and I was loudly chanting Narayana, Narayana. I was just chanting Narayana, Narayana. Then see that my mother-in-law, everybody stopped crying.
Yeah. So that difference also is a demarcation, like, witnessing and experiencing. There will be a lot of emotional turmoils in experiences, joy and sorrow, both. It need not be always a cry. But in witnessing, it is just witnessing.
Yeah, that's what for experiencing you need the other thing.
Yeah.
Something to deal with. But witnessing, there's nothing over there. You're going beyond all this thing and just observing everything. But very well brought up by Preetaji. Thank you, Preeta.
Thanks.
Shruti ji says, so then what about the confusion? Then what about?
Confusion is because we don't have the right knowledge over there. The Atma Jnana is missing over there. Unless you get the highest teaching, you'll get always confused. You'll always be having this restlessness, all this. You'll be involved in all this experience and enjoying, whether it's good or bad or anything, you'll be enjoying, you'll be doing in the same circle, you'll be there. Until you get the highest jnana, until you get a Sadguru in your life who gives the right direction, all this thing will be there. You need a Sadguru and you need a guidance over there.
And actually, getting confused is good because of the confusion only we are here. Otherwise, we think whatever we are doing is right and we'll be just leading that routine life without even knowing that there is this Atma Jnana. So having a confusion is a good thing. Because of the confusion, I have come here to clarify it and I am getting the right knowledge. Maybe it may take time, but I don't know. Today or tomorrow, I may not count the days. I have come to the right place, trust the Guru. That's it.
The confusion is the one which makes you, I would say, what to say?
Search for the answer or search for clarity.
Yeah, it
So
will
the
make
quest begins.
not
The quest actually begins there.
Yeah, it will not leave you peaceful in one place. It will drive you. Go and search this one, go and search one. Somewhere you'll be running around over there for some solution for this one. So the confusion is quite a natural.
Ready, Guru will appear.
Yeah, it's quite a natural. It's a nature's way of driving you. So why am I on this path? Because of the confusion. And if you find Prabhuji's teachings are bringing some changes in you, then yes, you are on the right path here. Welcome to Light of Self Foundation.
Yes, that was.
If he is your Guru, then definitely you'll be here. And this will be your path. Otherwise, whoever is your Guru will come in your way.
And yes, Mamtaji, as we do not know, as they say, when the student is ready, the Guru, the teacher appears.
Yeah.
And to be frank, I am, they say the fortunate is the student to get the Sadguru, but I am even more fortunate because I have a Sadguru and I have Guruma also in my session. So definitely I am really very fortunate to have both of you. And so we have, as we only three of us are here, and Gayatri Ji and Satyavati Ji are here. I do not know how to frame a question. If there is any questions in top 9 and 10, we can just put in, or else considering the time and other things. If not, if you want me to close the session, we can take it forward. Also, anything we can do as long as.
I'm done with the questions. If anyone has any questions, they can come up.
Framing questions are being very difficult. At the same time, even answering the questions are also becoming very challenging today, actually. So
Yes.
I just want to be a witness for the question and answer section today. Yes, Gayatri Ji, can you come up with a question? It will be like a final examination for me.
Oh, nothing like that. The talks are 10.2 and 11, right? No?
9 and 10.
9
Oh,
and 10.
9 and So we finished a session on 10.2 and so I was wondering how come nobody spoke about Panchakoshas. Okay. I don't even remember what's there in 9 and 10 now. Nothing much to ask.
So one more question. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, we are able to hear you, Preeta Ji.
This destruction of causal body is enlightenment.
Depression.
Yeah, Guruji told, no? Destruction of causal body is enlightenment.
No, liberation.
Liberation, okay. But a destruction of causal body. But for day-to-day activities, for our day-to-day chorus, day-to-day activities, some ignorance is needed, no? So for day-to-day activities.
Yeah, what is needed?
Ignorance.
So destruction of causal body is liberation.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. That's already covered, I think. Day-to-day activity. I am asking for day-to-day activities for our daily chorus. For our daily chorus, some ignorance is needed. Yes or no?
An unenlightened person anyway is ignorant. He is in avidya only. So there's no need for further ignorance, and the only thing he has to come out of this ignorance. But whereas for a jnani, he is already liberated. So there's no ajnana over there, but the prarabdha of the body is there and he uses it. That's what. Does a jnani has any ignorance over there? 1 minute, we'll ask Prabhuji has come over here. So he is a jnani. I think he'll be the best person to answer this question of Preeta Ji.
I think Preeta Ji is asking is for day-to-day action.
Yeah, he will answer it.
Say, the question is whether ignorance possesses you or you possess the ignorance. There's a difference. If ignorance possesses you, you'll suffer. If you hold the ignorance and use it for day-to-day functioning, it's called jnana.
Okay.
Understand the difference?
Okay.
If somebody becomes, if madness catches hold of somebody, he suffers.
Okay.
If somebody uses madness to deal with the world, it's okay.
Okay. Clear.
So, question is, who possesses the ignorance? If you possess the ignorance, if ignorance possesses you, then there's a trouble. If you possess the ignorance, there's no trouble.
Okay.
So that's why the serpent in the neck of the Shiva, right? There's a serpent in the neck of the Shiva. The serpent is called ignorance. And for Shiva, it becomes an ornament. It's a showpiece. Right? For other people, serpent is dangerous.
Okay, okay.
So for Gnani, apparent ignorance is for showpiece, for interacting in the world, not really doesn't hurt him.
Okay, clear, Guruji.
Today, Preeta ji
So it
question
is like,
very good.
Guruji, as you said, see, if we are being taken over by our anger, then there is destruction. But if we have to use that anger to discipline our children, then that's a different thing. Because when they are not on the right track, we use it to showcase it so that we want them to fall into the right path. So that we use it as an instrument, but anger is not taken over by us. Is it right, Guruji? What you meant
Perfect,
here?
perfect, perfect. It's just a showpiece, drama. So when Gnani becomes a guru, he knows he is very well, he is not a guru. Okay, he pretends he is to be guru like that. He possesses guruhood. If somebody thinks he is really guru, he is not really guru.
As you have shared one of the things, Guruji, one of the teachings, as you said, the one snake, it harms everybody. The one who passes the,
Correct.
and finally he says, the sadhu says, I have asked you to stop hurting, but I did not ask you to stop hissing.
Correct. That's right.
Yes, that is a wonderful example I think here. Yes, thank you, Guruji. Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you. And Mamtaji, we had a question. Do you have a question? You said maybe we have to check with Guruji. Was it clear about the witnessing part or something in the first question we had?
Enlightenment and causing
Enlightenment?
liberation.
So is the difference I have to explain?
Yeah. Now, each time you are given different thing. Once you had said that liberation is nothing, that's a natural state. There's nothing called liberation. Whereas enlightenment is dropping of your ignorance.
Yeah. So the question here. It's okay. So what is the difference between enlightenment and liberation? So enlightenment, the word enlightenment means light. Somewhere the light is required. Where is light required? Where is darkness? Right? Where is the darkness? Darkness is in the mind. So enlightenment is for the mind. Mind becomes illuminated. That's called meaning of enlightenment. Okay. Now the liberation is everybody in the world feels I'm suffering in life. Oh, I'm suffering in the family. I'm suffering in the job. So this suffering is called samsara. Okay. So everybody has a feeling of I'm suffering because of some external circumstances, some situation in life. And then they want freedom from suffering. The freedom from suffering is called, desire for freedom from suffering is called mumukshatva. I want to become free from suffering. Okay. The freedom from suffering is called liberation. Mukti. So now the problem is everybody feels he is suffering and he wants a liberation. Then gradually he tries to understand himself through Atmadnana. So then the mind becomes, there's a purity of the mind. The mind has two dimensions, the lower mind and the higher mind. The lower mind is called manas, where raga, dvesha is there. Reactions are there in life. So becoming free from raga, dvesha is called purity of the mind. Then there's a ignorance in the intellect. Intellect is the higher mind. In the intellect, there's ignorance. Who am I? What is this world? That ignorance is there. So clarity, ignorance will go through clarity, jnana. So the clarity and purity is required for the mind. So the clarity and purity for the mind is called enlightenment. The darkness of the mind has to go. The lower mind darkness is raga and dvesha. The higher mind darkness is called adnana, ignorance. Both have to go. That's called enlightenment. So once enlightenment happens, that means mind becomes fully illuminated. Then the person realizes that the whole concept of suffering is false. Suffering was a dream. The Atma was never in bondage. There's no bondage at all at any point of time for the Atma. It was a dream-like situation. Dream is called Maya. So now he has woken up from the dream. The waking up from the dream is called liberation. Waking up the dream is liberation. That means nothing has happened really. It's just that he woke up. So that waking up from the dream is called liberation. Understanding that I am suffering, what is the cause of suffering, how to come out of that is called enlightenment. So this is enlightenment and liberation. Enlightenment is light for the mind. Liberation is freedom from the dream.
So Guruji, in your recent talk on distinction between awakening, enlightenment and liberation, you said, yes, enlightenment is a process. It's a journey.
Correct.
Where gradually the intellect starts illuminating, understanding happens. And liberation is the freedom from vasanas, bandha vasanas. So because now, vasanas, even though I have the intellectual understanding, I am not I mean, it's not becoming my living because of the vasanas. So liberation is freedom from vasanas.
Yeah. So I have understood. Let's say the higher mind is illuminated, right? That's called jnana. Correct, no? There's a higher mind called buddhi and lower mind called manas. So now buddhi is, let us say, I get a jnana. But then still I am not suffering. I'm suffering because lower mind reactions will keep coming. Vasana and samskara, because of chitta shuddhi has not happened. So now if your higher mind is already purified fully, then you will witness the vasana and samskara also. You will not react to that. Correct? But if you react to that, the vasana and samskara will again accumulate. So now freedom from vasana and samskara is happening as a gradual process. That gradual process we call as liberation from the vasana and samskara. But in the ultimate analysis, the liberation from vasana and samskara was in the dream. When you wake up from the dream fully, you are fully awakened. Is that right understanding?
For spiritual awakening, you said, it happens for various people. Some incidents can cause spiritual awakening. For some people, some reading a scripture might start, where they start questioning the fundamental existence, everything. So that is the starting point for the journey of enlightenment, and finally it culminates in liberation. So what is the difference between that spiritual awakening which you explained and this fully awakened one?
See, the awakening means, the word awakening means waking up from a sleep or a dream, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So now the question is, somebody is dreaming and in the dream a mosquito sits on his body and he hits it. In the dream he hits it and he gets freedom from mosquito, but it's not full freedom. A partial waking up has happened. It's called awakening has started. But finally when he wakes up, there is no dream. That final waking up, when there's no dream at all, is called full awakening.
So these two are synonymous, liberation and fully awakened one.
Liberation and fully awakened one means same thing, which is waking up from the dream totally. A partial waking up the dream is still work in progress.
So only enlightenment and no liberation can be considered as partial awakening from the dream?
I'm saying only enlightenment. The person still feels I'm suffering, right? Ultimately, what is his feeling? I'm suffering. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? So I am suffering. The feeling is there, right? He has not fully woken up now. Because the I am is real I, which has never, there's no suffering at all. So he has partially awakened, not fully awakened.
Okay.
Correct?
So Shruti is saying, may I ask my question here today, or may I connect separately?
Yeah, please, Madam Shruti, go ahead. Shruti is there on the line. Okay.
Namo Namo Gurudev.
Yeah, Shruti.
Shruti, I'm from Mumbai. And since my birth, I've been experiencing a lot of things. There are some positive connections with different gods, then they go away. And I perform some
Shruti, I'm not able to hear your question clearly.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah. So many times it has happened with me that I have woken up with a dream, having a dream that certain result has happened. And when I checked the Stanford website or the MIT website, the papers are already published. They are there. So it kind of gives me.
Shruti, Shruti is not clear to us. Can you type the question? Is it possible for you to type the question?
Am I not audible to you? Because it is
you
a
are
lot to
audible,
write.
but the background is something which is blurred.
No, the background is actually dominating your voice, the background voices.
No problem. I am actually at the hospital. So with my father, so maybe I should ask it later.
No, it's okay. Go ahead. Now it's better. Go ahead. Just say one sentence each so that I'll repeat it.
Yeah. So I have had these experiences since my birth. That
I have let me repeat what you said. I have heard that these experiences since my birth. Is that what you're saying?
I have had, yeah.
Yeah, I have had these experiences from my birth. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I was 2 or 3 years old, and since then, some few saints connected with me, and they just go away.
Some who connected with you?
Some saints or some saints.
I mean, they connected means they came to your house, or they connected with you, or you had a vision of them.
I had a vision.
You have a vision of them. Okay, you had a vision of saints coming to you. Okay, fine. Go ahead.
And then they go away.
Yeah.
But I just cannot make anything out of it. Or there are some practical instances also that have happened, and I mean there are many things. But actually,
wait. Please slow because.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you had some saints' visions, and they give you some practices. Is what you're saying?
They give me some kind of intuition, or they tell me what to do next.
They gave you some intuition. Okay, what to do next in life?
Correct. Or if that has to do something with other people or some few animals.
Yeah. Okay. About the world, basically animals and people, they gave you some intuition. I mean, are you that saints are there with you all the time? Only when in the childhood, or they came and go?
They come and go.
And now also?
Sometimes. After I conceived my baby, it has grown stronger.
I'm saying these saints will appear to you when you close your eyes in a vision. Is that correct?
Yes, or in the dream.
Or in the dream. Okay. So they give you some intuition about the people and the animals and surroundings in the world. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So next.
And so I am a very skeptical kind of a person. So I keep on researching, or I keep on reading. So basically, I have a background of neuroscience and stuff like that. But
you come from a medical background?
Yes, correct. Biomedical.
I mean, you are a doctor?
No.
I mean,
I am a doctorate.
You are a doctor in which subject?
In neuroscience.
Okay, so you are skeptical about these. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Then next question.
Yeah, so after I conceived my baby, the bonds have grown very strong.
What has grown very strong?
The bonds have grown very strong.
Bonds with the baby?
No, with the saints or the gods.
Oh, okay. Which are with the visions?
Almost every day. Yes. Okay. So
with the visions.
Yeah. So just day before yesterday, it so happened that out of nowhere, I had a dream about Ahilyabai Holkar. She is the one who
Ahalyabai Holkar, you had vision.
Yes.
Okay, that she is the one who built the Kashi temple and renovated the temple,
Kashi
right?
Vishwanath, correct. Yes. So she is also a bhakta of Shiva.
Okay.
And she told me in a way, I had read a book about her, which was gifted to me by one of my friends. And she told me to check on her. And so out of nowhere, because I was just not thinking about this friend of mine, I gave her a call. And she told me that she is in the hospital and she has cancer.
Who has cancer? The friend.
My friend.
Okay.
And it was also Ahilyabai's Jayanti on 31st. So it was the same day.
Okay.
So see, now this my logical mind cannot make anything out of it.
Let put the question now. I'll give the answer. So make the question one line question.
So there is no relation of this, and I don't get why is this happening. And
So
there are
let
many
me give
things.
let me give you the answer. Okay.
Yeah.
You come from a neurological background, right? So I'll give the neurological answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Our nervous system, right? They say upper brain called cerebrum, midbrain, and lower brain. Right? There are three parts of our brain. Correct?
Yes.
So now these three parts of our brain are required for our first functioning in the conscious world or day-to-day living. Correct? No? So now our brain is what makes us different from the animal brain. Animals. Because we have a higher level faculty. Correct? Like a dog or monkey, we have a higher level faculty. That's because of cerebrum, the neocortex. Right? Animals don't have a neocortex. Correct?
Right.
So now, when we interact with the world, we receive the inputs from our sense organs, right? The 5 sense organs. Correct, no? Okay. So now, do we see the world outside anywhere, anytime?
No.
We cannot see the world outside because the brain is a instrument. Okay, brain is a matter. And brain has no way it can see the external world. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
So now what we are seeing really, just tell me.
The perception.
No, what we are seeing, sense organs are taking the energy from the world. Correct?
Okay.
The sense organs are like eyes will take optical energy, light energy. Ears will take sound energy.
Yeah.
Okay, like the different energy is taken. The brain does the processing of these energies. Brain doesn't know what is there outside. Brain is just a pure computer, a biological computer.
Right.
Okay, the brain has to make what the hell is there out there. Brain doesn't know what the hell is out there. Correct? So let me ask you something. Okay. This is a apple. This is a fruit, right? Can you see?
Yes.
So what fruit is that? A mango.
It's a mango.
What is the color?
Orange.
Okay. So there's an orange color there. Now let me ask you, Shruti. You are a neurologist, right?
Right.
Is there a color in the world?
No.
There's no color in the world. It's a frequency there. One segment of frequency is identified as yellow color by the brain.
Right.
So dog doesn't identify it. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
So brain doesn't see the reality. Brain interprets the reality. Is it correct? Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Through 5 sense organs. Is this much clear?
Yes.
So now, if brain is just interpreting the reality and brain doesn't see the reality, what are we seeing? So brain is actually a biological computer. Is that clear?
Yeah.
And computer always works on the basis of data. Right? So we always interpret the outer world based on the data which we have. Okay, data which we have comes from subconscious mind. And our conscious mind is what is interpreting finally.
Right.
And our conscious mind is 5% of the subconscious total mind.
Right.
Can you spotlight me, Gayatri, or who is it? Satyavati?
Satyavati ji.
Yeah. So can you spotlight me? Okay. So basically, there's a conscious mind, which is 5% of our total mind. And subconscious mind, 95% of the mind, together is trying to interpret outer data. Is it clear?
Yes.
So now, is that all about human evolution? Deep inside our midbrain, there's a gland called pineal gland. You have heard of that?
Yes.
The pineal gland is actually responsible for our circadian rhythm. That means it is responsible for our sleep pattern and waking up pattern. Correct?
Right. Right.
But the pineal gland is a photosensitive gland, or it's actually frequency sensitive gland.
Right.
So now it's called sixth sense compared to 5 senses we have. Okay. Ultimately, all senses are nothing but giving the input only in the form of energy. Our eyes have limited ability, ears have limited ability, tongue has limited ability, all limited sense input. Compared to that, the pineal gland has ability to receive higher, larger amount of frequency. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
It has a wider spectrum. Did you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So now this pineal gland is responsible for picking up whatever you call as visions and all, is responsible for picking up the extra signals from the environment.
Right.
Are you getting what I'm saying? What your eyes cannot pick up, what your ears cannot pick up, the signals from the spectrum of energy which is outside is picked up by pineal gland.
So that was my confusion, whether it is really happening with me or it is just
No, I'll give you the
a feeling
further
of
answer.
my
Okay, please
imagination.
let me complete it, right?
Mhm.
So your visions or vision of any of these saints or Mahatmas, all are responsible because of pineal gland. Is it clear?
Okay.
For example, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to see the Divine Mother.
Okay.
Now that actually happens because of pineal gland activation to the higher degree.
Okay.
Okay, there's no Divine Mother there. The pineal gland has picked up some signals. Ultimately, brain has to interpret in the form of Divine Mother. If some other saint sees that, he'll see as Vishnu there.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying? The frequency is interpreted. The frequency which is not available to sense organs becomes our devatas and higher beings. Did you get it what I'm saying?
Yes.
So now, ultimately interpretation happens in the nervous system only. Pineal gland picks up compared to what eyes can pick up, pineal gland picks up something more. Okay. So now, what is more there, we have to understand very clearly. The out there energy spectrum is completely a large energy spectrum. The entire universe is nothing but energy spectrum. Do you understand by the word energy spectrum?
Yes.
So in this energy spectrum, all possible things are happening. It's like simultaneously happening. It's not like what is the past, present, and future are there in simultaneously energy spectrum. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Energy is a spectrum of all possibilities, not just one possibility.
Right.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
Right.
In that possibility, our eyes pick up only the one limited possibility, whereas pineal gland is able to pick up something more than that one possibility. That's what is called intuition, that's called vision, that's called God creation, all those things. Okay. So now, the pineal gland is called sixth sense compared to 5 senses. So all the mystics in the world, or all the people who have intuition, ability to see future, have a little bit higher activation of the pineal gland. Correct?
Right.
So now, your visions are due to a bit active pineal gland. compared to your sense organs. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now
Yes,
coming to your
yeah.
Ahalyabai Holkar's vision or vision, okay? In the energy spectrum, sorry. In the energy spectrum, Ahalyabai Holkar is there now also. Energy doesn't get destroyed, no?
Okay.
Correct? Energy cannot be created, not destroyed. It will be there. Information is preserved somewhere.
Hmm.
So you have picked up that energy of Ahalyabai Holkar, your pineal gland, and that you're trying to interpret in the conscious mind. And your conscious mind is confused because your conscious mind only knows about 5 sense organs. It doesn't know about 6th sense organ called pineal gland.
Right.
So now, is this framework clear?
Yes, I mean, it is clear theoretically, honestly,
Pure
but
what?
I mean, theory is clear about it, but I mean, the restlessness and the confusion is still there. I think I'll have
No,
to.
let us ask, is the first framework of theory is clear?
Yes.
So now I'll ask you a question about restlessness. What are you restless about?
I'm restless because it is not giving me a proper direction. I mean, my logical mind is always, I'm always in two minds because I'm not a believer of these things. I mean, it is driving.
Let me come to, I am not a believer, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean by I'm not a believer?
Yeah, I'm a person who believes in practical things. I mean, the worldly things.
Let me ask you the question, right? Let's take the word belief.
Right.
When you say I am not a believer, what do you mean by I am not a believer?
Honestly, I was not a very staunch believer in God or even
it has nothing to do
Shiva.
with God. See, let's not get into God and all concepts, right? Let's take the word called belief. Okay. So what do you mean by the word belief?
Like you said that, a pineal gland is active in mystics.
No.
So I was
you don't go into mystics. Let's take the word belief. Let's not change the go to neuroscience. I'm saying I want to understand a word called belief. I am not a believer, you said. I want to understand what do you mean by I'm not a believer.
By that I mean that I do not. It is beyond my comprehension.
Okay.
Of this.
So there are many things beyond our comprehension. For example, Corona was there. Did you wear a mask?
Yeah.
What basis do you wear a mask?
That is what I say about Covaxin.
And did you ever say coronavirus?
I worked on it. Yes.
You worked, but did you say a coronavirus?
No.
Then
yeah,
did
that is
you wear a mask, right? There are many things which are beyond our sense organs, no?
Yeah, but we
So then you say,
saw
I don't believe.
coronavirus under the microscope.
Either you say, I believe what I see, what I don't see, I don't believe. Then you should not wear a corona mask.
Yeah, kind of we saw the virus.
So you kind of saw well. I'm take something example, right? Or some other example. Do you believe that there's something called air?
Sorry?
Is there air in the world? Air. Is there oxygen?
Yes.
Have you seen oxygen anytime? Corona example is wrong example for a doctor. Have you seen oxygen?
No.
Do you believe that there's oxygen?
Yes.
So that means you believe in something which you cannot see.
Right.
Correct, no?
Yes.
Understand? So that means we should not restrict our belief to what you see only.
Correct.
Correct, no? So that means this is restricting our ability. When you believe what I see, that means I'm saying I only see partially. That only I'll believe. But there's something more than what I see. There's a possibility there. That means called going beyond the belief. If you don't go beyond the belief, then what happens? We are living in a box, no?
Right.
Correct, no?
Yes.
The belief gives us an opportunity, a window to see something which may be there, but we have not seen it.
Correct.
Correct, no? So that means when you say I don't believe in it, that means what do you mean by that? That means I don't want to see something which is not beyond my belief.
Right.
But you are seeing already. You are seeing how level Volker, right? It's your experience, not my experience, no?
Right.
So now with your own experience, now tell me, is there a possibility to see something beyond your sense organs?
I just hope that it is not a figment of my imagination.
No, no, here you have to be very careful, Shruti, okay? Very careful, okay? As a psychiatric patient also sees on ghost on the street.
Right.
Correct, no?
Correct.
So other people will laugh at him and say, there's a ghost you are seeing. There's no ghost. Correct, no?
Right.
So, and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa saw Mother Kali, and people called him madman. Right? Because other people don't see it.
Right.
So now, are you able to see this fruit?
Yes.
What is this fruit? Mango.
Right.
A dog doesn't see the yellow color, right? It sees only some black and white.
Right.
So your sense organs are giving you a little bit more information than a dog. The question is now, is there a mango out really there or not there is your question.
Yeah.
Correct? No, I'm seeing a vision. Is there a vision out there or not is the question.
Correct.
So the answer is, there's nothing outside of us, whether a sane person or insane person, everything is interpretation by the brain. Are we clear? So now, out of that, we classify something as okay, something as not okay. For example, a madman's vision of a demon, we say not okay. A saint's vision of a god, we say it's okay. What is the difference? Is there a difference in between the two? A madman seeing a ghost and a saint seeing a devata. Is there a difference in the two? Both are interpretation by the brain, no?
Right.
Huh?
There is a difference in their consciousness.
See, the ghost and demons come from the lower mind. Terrifying, fearful. Whereas the vision of saint and vision of God comes from the higher mind, which will inspire and make our life beautiful, more peaceful.
Right.
Right? Our mind you can think as a range. The lower mind and higher mind. The lower in the mind you go is terrifying, scary, and fearful. The higher in the mind, it goes inspiring and peaceful and joyful. And
actually, I do get visions of, I do have nightmares too. Like one fine morning.
No, that nightmares come from the lower mind.
No, there are demons also who contact.
Correct. I'm saying that they come from the lower mind.
Yeah, but I'll put it this way. One of my experiences, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so a couple of years back, I had a vision of one of my husband's boss's daughter. She was 6 years old when I first met her. Then I kind of really lost touch, and I never saw her again. And then one fine morning at around 3 or 4 o'clock, I got a vision that she is sitting in the lap of a demon and in a dilapidated church, and almost on the verge of dying or something.
Almost on the verge of dying. Okay.
Yeah, and I was very, 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 very scared for her. And I told Rohan, my husband, to give them a call and check on her. But he's completely an atheist and he does not believe in all these things. So obviously he did not. And after a week or so, we got a call from Carl, his boss, that they had planned a communion, that is a baptism for Eliza, their daughter. So, and in a church similar to what I saw. So I kept on having a feeling that we should ask them and to stop this.
Okay. Let me put it this way, Shruti, okay? You are gifted with some extra ability with the pineal gland. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Compared to other people, your sixth sense is a little bit more active compared to other people. In the sixth sense, Eliza was with the demon and you saw. Your question is it imagination or reality? I would say, because if your sixth sense is active, it is a reality.
Okay.
In that spectrum. Did you get what I'm saying?
Yes, but there is no sense of purpose then. I mean, why do I just get
see, no sense of purpose, because You are not a trained user of sixth sense. You are actually unconsciously using sixth sense. What is a trained user of sixth sense? Ramakrishna Paramamsa, he sees the Kali. He knows where to look for, right? Ultimately, we get what we look for, no?
Right.
Understand? If you, first of all, you don't know there is a sixth sense. First of all, there's no I there. Right now, unconsciously, you're looking some things. There's no purpose there because it's unconsciously you're seeing something. Are you consciously able to use your exercise the vision? So a person who is able to consciously exercise vision, the sixth sense, is called a yogi. A person who is unconsciously able to exercise the vision, he'll get a vision, no, different kind, no.
Right.
Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Huh?
I am understanding.
See, yogis are trained to look at things. Don't look at unconsciously, but look at consciously and higher conscious, super conscious. We are trained to them. They're trained to look that. Correct?
Right.
If you don't train to look that, your eyes will go, wander and see something, no?
Right.
Huh? Right? Right now you're in the hospital, right?
Right.
So look around. Notice something which you have not noticed. Did you notice something which you have not noticed so far? Give me an example. Something. A nurse or patient or anything.
Nothing offbeat as such.
No, not offbeat. I'm saying normal. I'm not speaking of extraordinary. Just ordinary.
Yeah, there is a fire extinguisher and
That's a fire extinguisher, right? Until I pointed out, you didn't notice it.
right.
That means our attention goes with a proper intention in a direction.
Right.
Others will unconsciously pick up something, no? Are you trained to use your third eye, sixth sense, consciously? That's my question.
My question is that possible?
Of course it's possible. Why it's not possible?
I don't know.
No, it's possible. I'm telling you with my own experience.
Mhm.
Okay. See, if you look at whatever I'm teaching, right? Okay. I'm not a scholar. Please understand.
Hmm.
I'm not studied scripture in the traditional way.
Okay.
I don't have knowledge of Sanskrit. I mean, I have functional knowledge of Sanskrit, not a depth knowledge of Sanskrit. Okay.
Hmm.
But I'm able to pick up every bit of information in the scriptures because I look at with the third eye in the right place.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not telling from theoretically. I'm telling what is my life example.
Okay.
Got it?
So, since my birth, since my childhood, when I've had these experiences, I used to ignore it completely. But now, after I conceived my baby, when I was carrying, my emotions grew very strong when it came to such visions, and I was a minimalist before that. I mean, whatever I had, it was fine. Now I keep on feeling that God should give me more so that I give back to people, and this is the feeling that is not
See,
going.
basically, your desire is to use your sixth sense properly. That's all it means.
Yes, maybe, but there is no
that means
particular.
you have to become more conscious about your ability. That's all it means, and use it rightly. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
See, I am telling this with my own examples, life example. Okay, I had many visions in life. I saw them coming true. I understood that, oh, if I see something which may happen tomorrow, I'm able to see today, right? What I call a sixth sense. Okay. But one day, the sixth sense opened up into a higher dimension compared to mundane things.
Okay.
And that higher dimension gave me knowledge of almost all the scriptures. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
Shruti, if you know what is scripture, scripture is a very complex piece of work. Okay.
Right.
An ordinary human being cannot understand and interpret it.
Correct.
Without a proper knowledge of Sanskrit, without a proper knowledge of background. Okay.
Yeah. So a year back, even I had a dream that I should pursue Sanskrit. And now I teach spoken Sanskrit only because I wanted to read all these scriptures.
See,
So,
I read the scripture without reading Sanskrit.
I
That's
get
called
it.
Huh?
I get it.
So if you have to try to understand through Sanskrit, I can't do that because I don't know. But I know what is there in scripture. That's called sixth sense. With my two senses and the ears, I cannot do fully the job which you are doing with your knowledge. Your knowledge comes from five senses. But my knowledge comes from sixth sense, where the essential information I am able to extract without going through five senses. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
That is actually called realization in Vedanta scriptures. A scholar is not no good in life. He is called, for a scholar in Sanskrit, what do you call the Sanskrit name of a scholar?
Jnani.
Pandita is not Gnani. Is there a difference between Pandita and a Gnani?
Pandit is a more studied or deliberate.
Pandita is based on the knowledge gained through five sense organs. Okay. A Gnani has a higher knowledge. The wisdom eye has opened up. He is able to see more than what is there in the books. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was not a Pandita. He didn't know one line of Sanskrit, but he was a Gnani. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm understanding.
Right? So that faculty of by God's grace, you have got some extra bit of sixth sense. Try use it rightly, and your life will be beautiful, without doubting about it. Try to use consciously, properly.
So how do you use it consciously? Because
learn from somebody who has done it. No.
Sorry?
How do you do anything in life? Tell me. How did you learn driving?
By practicing.
But somebody taught you, no?
Correct.
Huh?
Yeah.
Did you learn? I'll practice and learn driving one day. Can you do that?
No, somebody, a proper person taught
Everything
me
in our
that
life
as
is
well.
like that only, no, my dear. If I don't
So
know
where
how,
do I go, or how do I look?
you ask yourself, your third eye will tell you where you have to look for a guidance.
Okay.
Intuitively take you to the right person. You have the ability, use it properly. That's all. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
So basically, in my life, all my life spiritual journey, I have used my intuition has worked up to me, and it has taken me the right place, right person, right information at the right time, perfectly compared to my five sense organs. Don't distrust your sixth sense. Start using it for a better purpose of your life. There is a faculty which is given to you because of your past life samskara, vasana. It's a good samskara which you have got.
Okay.
Understand? Compared to other people, you have a little bit more sixth sense properly. Start using it properly, then it will grow beautifully. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yes, I'm trying to put it to good use. That is my only. I mean, it shouldn't just go to waste. That is my.
I'm saying it will not go to waste. Okay, ask yourself just before going to sleep. Okay, I want to use my third eye or vision for higher purpose, which is God realization. Show me the way. In 1 or 2 days, you will get a vision properly, proper vision. Where to go? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Ask, it shall be given to you. Seek, you will find it. Knock the door will open. You're not knocking.
Yes. Because I couldn't get a proper answer whenever I checked with people.
Did you get proper answer from me right now?
Yes, I think. Yes, I did.
Yes, your third eye has brought here for that purpose.
Correct.
Understand?
Yes.
I'll tell you, Shruti, when this higher faculty opens up, right? You will be in the right place at the right time, and you'll seek the right thing compared to your five sense organs.
One more question that I have is why did it start happening when I conceived my baby?
I'm saying, my dear, don't worry about why. Just say, I'm blessed. How do I use it? So let me ask you, what were you in the past life? Your life is not a present small window of small life, no. It's a continue of many lifetimes, no.
I don't know.
No, you don't know, but that's how life is, no. See, energy cannot be created, energy cannot be destroyed. Do you agree with science?
Yes.
So you are suddenly came up some pop-up somewhere from the energy. You are a part of the energy somewhere in some form.
Right.
Correct, no? I mean, do you think you are an accident which came out of energy?
No.
It's an energy form. You are an energy form in some form, somewhere.
Right.
That experiences, that understanding of that has come to you in this form today, somewhere. I know what is your past experience. I can see it, but you have to see it.
Okay.
Understand what I'm saying? See, energy cannot be created. Energy cannot be destroyed. Energy appears in some form, other form. Your energy form which has appeared now, your past energy information, what is embedded in your information, something is opening up now. That's all.
Okay.
Is that a simple answer?
Yes.
I'm not telling you to believe in rebirth or past life. I'm just telling you science. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. So what happens to energy? It keeps on taking some shape. So one shape has taken to you in the form of Shruti now. So what is happening to you is a cumulative effect of the energy wave, what has gone through. Something is happening now. After your birth of the child, it has increased. I'll tell you why it has increased rather than giving too much of explanation. Okay. A childbirth for a woman is a very intensive experience, right?
Right.
A baby in the stomach, your mind is constantly looking at the baby inner part of the baby body. Okay.
Right.
So the inner part of the body, the gaze at the inner part of the body is a right brain functionality, not
Right.
left brain. So this is a right brain and left brain, right? Left brain is responsible for looking at the world outside. Right brain is for our inner functioning of the body mind complex. Are we clear? So being a doctor, being a professional, you are always trained to look outwards.
Correct.
Right? But as a mother, you have to start looking inwards, but baby is sitting inside, no? Right? Your gaze goes inward without you asking for it, because inside something is growing, no?
Right.
So that is stimulating this part of your nervous system where the pineal gland is active. Pineal gland is the midbrain, connecting in between the connection between the left brain and right brain. Normally, we don't use it. Just because your baby is growing in your womb, you're stimulating that more.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
The divisions can become intense because you're stimulating more compared to your earlier part of your life where you're studying and outer mind is outwards.
Yes.
Is it understood?
Yes, it is understood.
See, in India, right, or in anywhere in the world, women are more intuitive compared to men because their right brain functions more.
Correct.
Correct, no?
Yes.
Men are left brain oriented by and large. Women are right brain oriented by and large. But nowadays, women also becoming more left brain oriented because of their education and profession. They believe in only what they see outside world.
Right.
But in India, women are very, very highly intuitive. So that's why they put kumkum to use their third eye. Okay, we lost the tradition of women being very intuitive because they have lost in the modern day. They put the kumkum not as a decoration. They put the kumkum to use the third eye more frequently and very often, very clearly.
Okay.
The right where the kumkum you put, no, deep inside there's a third eye, that sixth sense, pineal gland.
Okay.
Right? And we have lost the art of activating the pineal gland. And women in India, they knew by tradition, they have to use that pineal gland more accurately.
So since the past 4 or 5 years, I continuously get visions of Shiva. And
So-
I see him everywhere, and I see him like a huge parvat in front of me, and I become the smallest being, and I'm sitting in front of him, and it's huge, and it is very scary for me.
See,
And he got me because of him. I mean, I had a vision just a week before the Shravani Somvar, and he kind of asked me to do the Sola Somvar Vrat, which I could have never done otherwise. And I did that, and after that, I conceived my baby.
Correct. So, Shruti, instead of being scared about your vision, ask for the guidance from that vision. Start using it consciously to find a way in your life. Is it clear?
Yes.
See, Shiva appearing as a mountain is perfectly all right because Shiva is the mountain. It's called Virat Rupa. Okay? Virat Rupa of Shiva is Kailas Parvata. Shiva doesn't stay in Kailas Parvata. Shiva is Kailas Parvata.
Okay.
Right? People think that Shiva stays in Himalaya Parvata like a human being. Shiva is the Kailas Parvata. In the gross form, he is the Virat Rupa.
Okay.
So what you saw is Virat Rupa, but your subconscious mind and unconscious mind are interpreting based on the data which they have.
What you said right now clearly makes sense, because when I get that vision, I always get the vision of that Chandrama also.
The Chandrama there is actually, the moon there is nothing but the mind. Okay? The moon is Manas, Chandrama Manasojata. Mind is the moon. So the Kailas Parvata and the moon together represent the cosmic gross form. Okay? So I'll tell you my vision of that whole life. Okay? At one point of time, I had your vision similar to that. When I see the mountain, when I see the river, when I see a bird, I am the mountain. I am the vision. I am the bird. That means I am one with that. Shivoham. So right now, for you, you are there and Shiva is there. Okay. When I have the vision is having by Shiva. Shiva is having vision, his own vision in the form of mountain. Then there's a joy and bliss. When Jiva sees Shiva, this is scary because Jiva is tiny little bit thing. Right? Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you have to see Shiva as Shiva, not as Jiva.
Okay.
Shivoham gives you vision of Shiva in the form of mountain. That's called Vishwarupa Darshana. If you don't have that Vishwarupa Darshana, then you'll see only mountain and you.
Correct.
Is it clear?
Yes.
So you are blessed. You have some good intuitive vision, which is good. Okay. Try to get the guidance of that and try to interact with the higher enlightened beings so that you are able to use your faculty and develop your faculty. That's all. Nothing to be worried about.
Kind of, I have lost a few things that would scare me, because there was nobody till date who could really say that all these experiences can be true. Because whenever I spoke to people my age or even my husband, he was like, just because you're not out there and doing a complete job
please
right now.
understand, Shruti, a blind person, okay, if a blind person sees some light because of dim light, and if he tries to explain another blind person, the person says doesn't exist.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
What is the point of telling to your husband? What is the point of telling to somebody who can't see?
Yeah.
Or get what I'm saying? You have to talk to the person with the eyes, no? Why do you want to talk to people who don't have the eyes? They will not, they will deny your experience, and you yourself deny your experience. What is the point? So that person who has the eyes is called Guru in our Sanatana Dharma. Guru is not a person who is well versed in scriptures.
Right.
Guru, he is the one who is living scriptures because he has the vision to see the depth of scriptures.
Right.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Your name is Shruti, no? Or Shruta. What is that? Your name?
Shruti.
Do you know what is the meaning of Shruti?
Yeah, something to do with heard Vedas. The
What do you
one
mean
that
by
were
heard Vedas?
passed.
How do you hear the Vedas?
Shravana.
It is not Shravan. This is a whole wrong thing, wrong understanding of life. See, these people who don't have eyes, they call it as Shravan. It's not Shravan. Shruti is not Shravan. Okay? Shruti is entire cosmos is full of energy. It's vibration. That vibration has all the frequencies. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Vibration
Yes.
has all the possible combinations of everything. Somebody is able to pick up that vibration, which is Veda mantras or vibration of higher frequency, he is able to pick up. For that, he called it Shruti because no other way to explain it. It's a vibration. Vibration is sound, basically. He intuitively felt the higher vibrations of the universe. That became Shruti. It's not the sound. Somebody came and said, oh, Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavitu Varanya. That it didn't come out that way. When he connected with the vibration of the universe, which is Gayatri mantra, intuitively he felt that real manifestation of Gayatri. That is called Shruti. It is not through sense organ, five sense organs. It's the sixth sense which is opened up.
Okay.
The people who don't understand that, they say Shruti means Shravana. Somebody taught, somebody heard, and like that. It's not hearing through these ears. It is hearing through the sixth sense, which is the eye of the eye, ear of the ear, tongue of the tongue. It's called awareness, higher wisdom, higher faculty. So, yes, Shruti, you have a good gift in life. Try to work on that instead of doubting it, instead of questioning it, and instead of talking to people who don't understand this. Work on that. Your life will be beautiful.
Dhanyavad, Mahoday.
Shall we close for the day? Just somebody's I'm not good. Some question is there on Zoom. I'll ask her. I'm more scared and it's unsettling me a lot. That makes me feel like I'm going crazy. Okay, Shruti? Shruti, what you're saying, see, for an untrained person, things will be scary. Your subconscious impressions, conscious mind, and everything is mixed up with the sixth sense. That's why it's scary. Once you're able to separate out, once you evolve, okay, become free from vasana samskara, you will have a beautiful life. That's all like. Is it clear? Okay. Namaste. Hari Om.
Namaste, Guruji. Thank you for the wonderful session.
Hari Om. Shruti, in these sessions, we don't speak of Sanskrit. This is for people. Whatever I have understood through scripture, understood about scriptures, I'm giving in a very simple language for people because most of the people don't have any background of Sanskrit. Even I don't have a full background of Sanskrit. Okay. Hari Om, everybody. We'll close for the day. We'll close with the prayer. Who will do the prayer? Yes, Lalita ji.
Yes. The prayer. The closing prayer. Oh, sorry. I have to open the. I am. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಇದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚಿದಾನಂದಾತ್ಮ ಶಿವನಾನ್ನಾನೇ, ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ. ಪೂರ್ಣಮದಃ ಪೂರ್ಣಮಿದಂ ಪೂರ್ಣಾತ್ ಪೂರ್ಣಮುದಚ್ಯತೆ ಪೂರ್ಣಸ್ಯ ಪೂರ್ಣಮಾದಾಯ ಪೂರ್ಣಮೇವಾವಶಿಷ್ಯತೆ. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. ಆತ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಸತ್ಯದರ್ಶನಂ. ಅಂತರ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಬಹಿರ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಗ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಪರಾತ್ಪರಾ. ಜ್ಯೋತಿರೇವ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಶಿವೋಸ್ಮ್ಯಹಂ. Hold your hand in blessing posture. Visualize your heart expanding to fill the entire universe. May the entire universe be filled with the divine love radiating from your heart. Expand your heart to all living beings in land, sea, forest and sky. All invisible beings, Yaksha, Gandharva, Kinnarva, Kimpurusha. May all beings be happy, peaceful. Lokaha samastaha Sukino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha Sukino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha Sukino bhavantu. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. We'll close for the day. I'm sorry today the discussion